getting on to the second topic today, guys. And the second topic today is talking about a little bit of movie news that's kind of shut down one of the longest lasting rumours. It feels like ever, right? This is something that's been thrown around for years. And I'm one of the people that still think this could happen. I still think this could happen, but what we're hearing right now doesn't sound great. Basically, Emily Blunt went on the Howard Stern show, and basically Howard asked Emily what's the possibility of her maybe playing, Sue Storm, and John Krasinski, obviously her husband in real life, playing Reed Richards. What's the possibility of that? Is it going to happen? Like, she basically went along the lines of saying that, like, look, this is just fan casting. We haven't been contacted by Marvel. This is just kind of, in the air. Like, people thinking it'd be great that happens, but they've had no contact with Marvel yet. And she basically just went on to say that she doesn't think it's going to be something that's going to be very interested in. Because Howard did say to her, like, is it because you're too good of an actress? Emily basically shut that down and was kind of playing a bit political, I think, by saying that. But she was saying, look, she was very close to being Black Widow in Iron Man 2. She was very, very close to being cast. Obviously, Scarlett Johansson took that role and has made that role her own. But Emily Blunt was actually one of the first choices. She turned down the role of Black Widow. She turned down the role of Black Widow in Iron Man 2 because she really wanted to work with Robert Downey Jr. Obviously, she must have a lot of affection for RDJ. She must have a big, she must be a big fan of his. So she obviously wanted to work with him. But that obviously didn't happen. Johansson came along and did really well with that character. But she went on to say, not just that she doesn't think this will happen, but also that she just finds the superhero genre exhausting. She basically just says that, look, it's a very saturated market. They've been in, it's not just movies now. It's on TV shows. There's loads of TV shows. They feel like they make her feel very cold when she comes out of from watching these films. It makes her feel very cold. She doesn't really get a lot out of them. She'd only really be interested if it was like a really cool character and if it was something that really interested her, like, in doing. And it seems like she just doesn't really have much interest in doing this. Now, look, I don't think this is going to definitely not happen. I don't think this is now the nail in the coffin for Blunt and Krasinski not being cast as Reed and Sue. I don't think this is the nail in the coffin. I mean, what, Fantastic Four's due out in 2024, I think? I think it's due in 2024, or that's kind of what's been rumoured. I don't think they've actually given a release date yet, but John Watts is working on it. Obviously, he's the director of the whole Spider-Man series in the MCU. So he's going off from Spider-Man, and now he'll be doing Fantastic Four. So I'm glad he's staying in the MCU. So they're going to be working with a very good director. I think that could interest them. I think it depends on who else gets cast in the film. Actors want to work with good actors, right? Good actors want to work with like-minded people. And I think Emily Blunt, look, she's a fantastic actress. She's one of the best around right now. Her and Krasinski are like the super couple right now. Obviously, what they've been doing in the Quiet Place franchise, the new ones, just around the corner. They are a big power couple, and I think it's dream casting to a point, but I do think it's somewhat realistic. They haven't done a superhero movie yet. They haven't been in this genre yet. I think it's something that they'd probably be interested in. Like, if the money was good enough, I think if the script was good enough, if the story was good enough, I think it's something that that'd definitely be interested in doing. Despite Blunt's comments, I think it's definitely possible. I'm not saying it'll definitely happen, Right, I do think there's definitely a point of doubt there. I don't think it's 100% guaranteed that we'll definitely get Emily Blunt and John Krasinski playing these two characters. You know, I don't think that's like a nailed on possibility. I do think it's somewhat in the air a little bit, but I'm still excited to see it. I'm still really excited to see what happens in this, and I think, given, like I said, given the fact that John Watts is directing, he's a very, very good director. He's done brilliantly with the Spider-Man films. I do think that there's a possibility there that she could just kind of be playing this down. I still think that Marvel maybe haven't got them signed down yet, but I definitely think they have their main cast for Fantastic Four. I 100% believe that. I think they have their main cast. They know who they want in this role. They know who they want as these characters. I don't believe anything else. I think. Look, this film is. I know John Watts isn't working on it yet. He's still finishing Spider-Man No Way Home. So I know it's not exactly nailed down yet. But look, I think it's very possible that they know who's going to be in these roles. I'd say it's more likely than unlikely. I don't think this gets greenlit without Marvel knowing, look, we know who we want in these roles. I definitely still believe Blunt and Krasinski would be top of that list, but we don't know. It's still so early in the production of this film. It's a long time away, but I'm still hoping. I would love to see them play these characters. If it doesn't end up happening, there's still so many great actors out there. There's still so many people that would be perfect for these characters. It's still so long away. Let's just calm down and see, right? Let's just wait and see. But what do you guys think of Emily Blunt's comments on this subject? Do you think she and Krasinski still will end up being Storm and Richards in Fantastic Four? I do think they will. I think if not, definitely, I think it's definitely possible that they will. But you guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think of that? Do you think that they will be or not? I'm very interested to kind of hear your thoughts on that. Right, get it.